trying to understand.
Dulé, Christina, this show was incredible. My girlfriend saw me watching it, and she immediately was like, I know what this is, because she knew the documentary. And then she immediately binged the show with me. Were either of you familiar with Natalia Grace's story before joining the series? And if so, how did that knowledge influence your approach to these roles?
I was familiar with the Natalia Grace docuseries that was on ID, and I was very intrigued by the story that was out there. So when I had the opportunity to join this dramatized version of the story, it was a no-brainer for me. What really impressed me, though, about doing this story was how Katie Robbins and Sarah Sutherland expanded the lens and gave us multiple perspectives. That really was what drew me into playing this role, was the idea of there are shades of truth, and you have to keep on digging deeper, keep on expanding the lens to try to figure out exactly what is going on.
I couldn't agree with you more. I loved that aspect of the series. Now, Christina, when Cynthia meets Natalia, it's a turning point for her journey. Cynthia is such a layered and enigmatic character. What drew you to the role, and what excited you the most about playing her?
Well, unlike Dulé, I was unfamiliar with any of the story that had been out there. So I just got this script and said, what on earth is this story? I mean, I can't stop reading it. It's unbelievable. So I was introduced to her through the script as a character, and I was just flattered that they would think that I could handle it, and that they wanted me to play it, and so I immediately said yes. And then I was actually on set within 30 hours of being cast, so I had to get a whole bunch of information all at once. I read all the scripts, I watched the ID series, and jumped online to find as many interviews and images and things, and wanted to work on an accent for her to sort of set her apart from the Barnetts, and so just dove in completely. But basically, the Cynthia that I was working on was the one that Katie and Sarah wrote into this script. So I was very much sort of a very specific time in this story with this character.
You completely disappear into the role, so excellent job.
Thank you.
Now, Dulé, there's a particularly powerful moment where Drysdale shares a personal story about his daughter, explaining why he's so determined to seek justice for Natalia. Throughout the back half of the series, it really feels like he's the audience's guide through the tangled mystery. Mm-hmm. How did you approach making him that relatable everyman figure that mirrors our own search for the truth?
What led me throughout that journey was having empathy for somebody else's journey. I think so much as Drysdale was navigating through it all was people not looking beyond themselves. And Drysdale really challenged himself because of his own history. He challenged himself to see somebody else. And that was the thing that propelled me through crafting that story.
Listen, we got to talk about Imogen Faith Reed, because she is incredible in this series.
Phenomenal.
You both share the screen with her at different stages of her life. What did she bring to the role that went beyond the page?
I mean, everything. Yeah, I mean, really, she just brought so much life to the work that she did on screen, but also off screen as well. She had so much joy each day in and day out. It really was contagious, her energy.
And a vulnerability that just sort of, the second I did a scene with her, I thought, oh, I'm in good hands. Mm-hmm. You know, I can just, she's created this character, and I can jump in at this point and just follow along with what she was so emotionally available and welcoming, and she just made it very easy to jump in and work with her.
And I really appreciate her craftsmanship. You know, her craft was really exciting to see and to be a part of, seeing how well she navigated flipping the coin, because she really was playing the character from different points of view. And she just transitioned so seamlessly throughout the series that it was a joy to see.
Yeah, and for anyone that hasn't seen the documentary, her performance really keeps you guessing with what she does in certain scenes. But look, incredible job. The series is phenomenal. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I'm 22. I just look young for my age.
I'm gonna need the number for your dermatologist.